Maybe we could talk about the opportunities going forward within the interoperable space in the next 12 months or so. I know you talked about what you're working on, but maybe we could talk about the um, overall space and what you see coming.
Yeah, I think like for example, one thing that we're gonna see would be like for example, like cross-chain NFTs I think are gonna be relatively big. So a lot of these guys, like there's NFT specific bridges and there is like NFTs like there's gonna be like NFTs that are just completely composable between one chain to another. And you can even have something like you can have your NFT on Ethereum, for example, and then you can also use that, like the fact that you have it on Ethereum to execute stuff on Solana. Let's say you have Solana DeFi that you like really like to use, and like let's say you want to like lend out your NFT on Ethereum. I think within a year you're gonna see applications like that pop up, just because like that's one of the more obvious use cases of cross-chain messaging, right? And like as there's gonna be more and more just NFT bridges in general. So the first thing that's gonna happen is like an omni-chain NFT. So it's just like an NFT that can just exist anywhere. So if you have OpenSea on Ethereum and you have OpenSea on like all these different chains, you can just transfer your NFT across different chain, hold it in any chain you want, and then sell it, right? But then I think by the end of like 1 year later, you're also gonna see just like the the usability of like this cross-chain smart contract execution become like for NFTs become more and more prevalent as well.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, that sounds good. I think, I'm after this call, I'm definitely more bullish on the space going forward. And I'm looking forward to seeing what comes out of the interoperable space this summer also. I mean, especially at, after seeing the amount of capital going into the space right now, I think everyone should kind of have their eyes on what's being built there.
Yeah, and oh, another thing I think that we're going to see in this coming year is just fewer and fewer wrapped tokens. Um, Clearly, like wrapped tokens are like a subject of being hacked quite often, and like a bunch of issues of transferring a wrapped token across these different chains. But as people develop tokens that like are just omni-chain, for example, you're just not going to see tokens that like you're. It's going to be like the same token across different chains instead of like you have one token on Ethereum and like a completely separate token that represents the same token on let's say Cosmos or something. It's just gonna be like one canonical version, and that's just gonna make your life so much easier as well. So like it's just kind of like the paradigm of how people think about tokens and like messaging and all of those things are gonna change, I think, relatively soon.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, rep tokens definitely have to be on the way out because also with just like the tax issues too, like, when you're dealing with rep tokens, like the implications of taxes is just really complicated there.
Yeah, like I'm a U.S. citizen, so unfortunately, even though I live abroad, I still have to deal with that. But I'm sure you know it like even more firsthand than I do right now. You're still in the U.S., is that correct?
Yeah, New York now. But yeah.
Got it, got it. Yeah, it's definitely a huge issue.
So yeah, before we do wrap it up, if anyone in the audience has any questions, feel free to come up, comment any questions.